Hi, my name is Alicia Elliott, and I am going to talk about a career profile that I have chosen, which is marriage and family therapist. Um, an example of an organization would be LDS Family Services. I looked that up here in Washington, in the state that I live, and there's several locations for that where marriage and family therapists work and work as a group. I had set up a meeting with a marriage and family therapist in my area, which fell through, and so I ended up talking to her assistant and also looked online for my information. The working environment for a marriage and family therapist varies from therapist to therapist. Some most all work in small organizations. They work either independently or with a small group. Their typical work hours can be very flexible because they get to set their own time and set meetings when it is convenient for them. The lady that I ended up speaking with, her boss works typically from 10 to 7, and not all of those hours, but in between those hours, 3 days a week, and then possibly a fourth day where she works shorter hours each week. Typical stressors. The biggest stressor, of course, is dealing with people's problems and issues and mental health issues. Also, one thing I saw online is that it's a stressor when people cancel or don't show to their appointments. Also, another stress is so many things have to be documented, and so there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done, which is done on computers, but typically a marriage and family therapist spends a lot of time documenting each client and each session. They also deal with other organizations that may be involved in particular cases or with particular clients that they need to work with or are contacted by that can be a stress, or when they need to be contacted to use their expertise or opinion or to decide what is important for them to tell about their client. Also dealing with insurance and figuring out how to get paid, those things can be really stressful. Typical benefits: if you work with a group, you typically get health, dental, vacation time. You can also opt in on retirement programs. If you own your own business or work alone, you generally have to buy those things for yourself. Common job tasks are counseling families, couples, and individuals to help improve family relationships and improve their life experiences. They can assess, diagnose, and treat mental illness and psychological distress within the context of marriage and family systems. They attend to mental health issues and offer psychotherapy. They may deal with issues such as self-esteem, self-harm, depression, anxiety, grief, anger, and relationship problems. The educational requirements for a marriage and family therapist is a minimum master's degree and 2 years of supervised clinical experience. And this clinical experience varies from state to state and is not always the same amount of time. A salary range would start somewhere in the 40s, 45,000 to 65,000 for an experienced therapist. This is totally dependent on where they live and also what type of marriage and family therapist, whether they work for the government or they work for themselves or if they work full or part-time. Miscellaneous career information. What I saw online is that most people are really happy with this job. It can be highly stressful, and it can be there can be a high burnout with it because of what they're dealing with, but people that love to help other people and love to see change in other people and have skills with people truly love this job. Again, I looked online, I talked to an assistant of a marriage and family therapist, and thanks for listening. Bye-bye.